Wow. So we've got a lady in WA. They were renting a house. And because of the rental crisis, the owners decided to sell. So her family had to move out. The rental crisis, they haven't been able to get housing. Now, she's in a situation where she can't just... She's had to move like 2 hours away to stay with her mum, and her husband works full time. Okay? Now listen to me here. She has a child that has very complex needs, sees 3 paediatricians and 2 other doctors in the town where they were living. Very hard to get those sort of appointments teed up on a regular basis, and the kid has to go 3 times a week. Right, can't get those services in other towns, can't just pack up and move, right? So she travels between her mum's place and that area so that she can take her kids to school, she can take the other one to its medical appointments and all that sort of stuff. And do you know what? She gets that comment all the time. Now, they've been living in tents, they've actually ended up split up. Her husband's actually had to go and rent a room near where he works. And at the moment, they're being crucified by the fuel costs of her having to run 300 kilometres round trip every day to deliver the kids to school and get her kids to... So people are saying, why don't you move interstate? Why don't you move here? Why don't you move there? Because she has commitments for her children and their education. They're enrolled in schools. They're enrolled in medical treatments that can't just be upended. Oh, we'll just move there tomorrow and we'll just get on the phone and they'll just restart the appointments. It doesn't work that way. So stop saying more excuses in the calendar, because when you're dealing with people that have got children, obviously I think either you're deliberately just being a troll, which is obvious, right, and you're using all the libertarian and the LNP bullshit, scripts, okay? Keep them coming, by the way. They're well scripted. You know what I mean? They're well known too. But you either that or you're a single person who has no responsibilities, has never signed a lease, so is not going to get penalised for breaking a lease and running out on a lease or anything like that. You just have a backpack and a van and off you go. Right, because that's the way you're behaving. You got no responsibilities, no cares in the world. You don't give a shit about anybody else, and you wouldn't honour a lease agreement if you were in one, if you had one, because it would. Oh, I've just got to go and move, because seriously, there's a housing crisis as well.